name's Chris Leben. I'm an Ultimate Fighter, and these are my coaches: Greg Thompson, Burton Richardson, Greg Thompson, Burton Richardson.
This is as laid back as it gets.
He's tired.
This is about 10 days out from the UFC. My fight with Brian Stan.
How does it feel?
I feel like I'm 10 days out from my fight. I'm hungry.
You gotta cut weight?
Lots of weight.
How much do you have left?
I figure 30 pounds.
That's like 15 kilos? No. You live in Hawaii?
Yes, sir.
Why did you move here from?
From Oregon. But I gotta breathe right now. She doesn't want me to. They don't like me to talk when I'm doing my stretching, so we can do an interview afterwards. Okay. Just because.
You can talk to me though. I'm Greg Thompson. I'm one of Chris's trainers, helping him get ready for this fight against Brian Stan, January 1st. Looks great. Really, really sharp today. He seems to get better as he gets closer to a fight, which is always a good thing.
How long have you been a coach?
About 5 years now. Between 5 and 6 years.
He's coach for 5, 6 years?
I've been with Chris now for about a year.
We've known each other since.
Training with him for about 8 or 9 now, something like that. So, but he came to me about a year ago to help him get ready for his fight, actually at the beginning of this year against Jay Silva. And then just the formula kind of worked real well, and we've just kind of stuck with that's what.
You've been a fighter yourself?
Yeah, I have. I haven't fought since 2007, but I've been a fighter.
How do you think the future would look like for MMA?
Right. It's already growing and growing. You know, in the short time it's been around, it's just gotten huge, and I think it's only going to continue to grow.
What's his background?
Chris?
Yeah.
Being tough. Being tough. Wrestled for a while, didn't you?
I wrestled through high school, and I did a little boxing in middle school. But for the most part, mixed martial arts. I started training. Randy was my first coach. I started training MMA 8 or 9 years ago.
Team Quest, right?
Correct. Yeah, Chris is just beginning to touch the cusp of what he's truly capable of. You know, this last year, the last 3 fights, people are really seeing what Chris is capable of as an athlete.
Yeah.
You know, he's focused, he's dedicated, he's only improving his skills and his athletic ability. So,
where do you think he will be in the next 5 years?
Next 5 years?
Yeah.
Winning all his fights, wearing a belt around his waist. That's what I picture.
One day at a time.
Yep.
One fight at a time.
But we're focused on Brian Stan right now. That's our most present, most important fight. And that's what we're going to concentrate on.
What do you know about him, his opponent?
Brian Stan?
Yeah.
Strong, athletic, strikes solidly. You know, not the greatest wrestler in the world. You know, a lot more one-dimensional than Chris. I think Chris has much more diverse skills that he's bringing to the table into the fight. Chris brings a lot of intangibles to the fight that are just really, really hard to train for, on top of what he brings as far as his skill set as a martial artist.
He has less fights than Chris, right?
Chris has more fights in the UFC than Brian has total fights in his entire career. So that's one intangible that Chris is bringing to the table that's hard to train for. Experience is a huge tool and weapon, especially in the octagon. And Chris has more than just about everybody in the UFC.
His fighting style is aggressive.
It's hard to train for.
What do you call it? He has a hard chin.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly.
We're lazy on Saturday. How to show up?
Now you start adding the skills and the athletic conditioning along with the durability, and makes it a tough guy to train for. Whoa!
Does it feel good?
He's stretching pretty good right now. Dude, man, I'm telling you, you've already loosened up, and you're just trimming up a little bit. This used to be much harder to lift. He's getting more flexible.
How often can you fight as a fighter?
Who knows? You've seen guys. There's guys out there fought, 6, 7 times a year. You know, then you got other guys that'll seems like they fight like once, you know. It really depends, you know. I mean, this will be Chris's 4th fight this year, so Chris has been, it's been a fairly active year for Chris. Well, just for any fighter fighting at his level.
I fought 5 in the first year in the UFC.
That's a busy year. It's every 2.5 months or something like that. Staying pretty active.
How often does you train? No.
Gearing up for a fight, you know, we're training 5-6 days a week. You know, depending on how he feels, you know, if he's starting to get really tore up or really banged up, because the training is, you know, really is the hardest part of the game. You know, we might back off for a day. You know, a lot of it's paying attention and listening to your body. You know, the old school football wrestler mentality of working through the pain and keep pushing yourself till you break just doesn't work anymore. You know, it's being smarter and more methodical with your training. You know, human body needs rest, especially when you're doing something as rough as this. It's fun, but it's rough. The least favorite part of most people's training is the stretching part. We're one of the most important.
Yeah, I used to.
Night and day difference in this compared to
You don't like it?
You don't like it. Most of the guys don't like it. I haven't seen too many guys look forward to being stretched every which way. It's important stuff. You gotta be able to keep this loose. Okay, Chris, on your back.
What's on the ground?
VCS Imron. See you tomorrow.